Well, howdy, Star Wars fans. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. I'm very excited to be opening some more packs again today. So I've got two more seed packs, and I've got this one, which this is the alternate image booster pack. So this is really cool. I'm not sure if this is because of my OCS games. Or I think I did win an AI pack from one of the live streams during the NBC. So it could be that, but I have no idea what you get in this. Looking at it, it's obviously Old Allies themed and episode 1 kind of characters. So quite the extremes. Trying to think what might be in it that I would love to get, because last time when I said I would love to get a card, it was the very first one that opened it. Probably because it's all I can think about, but this picture of Han Solo I think is really cool. Him with his blaster out, I think it's a great image, so that would probably be one that's near the top. The Falcon, I think the Falcon looks awesome. I've only played OA like once or twice, so maybe if I get a Falcon, I'll start playing. I'll give OA a proper run. But anyway, before I open that one, let's open these seed packs and see if we get Qui-Gon or a Maul is what we're aiming for. No. The Boss Nass Chambers, I'm happy to keep that. Try and get 4 of them and turn it into a foil. The next one, R2. I'll take that. That's quite cool. I do like these images of R2. I think they're smart in the Nebula. Is it Nebula? N1 Starfighters. Obviously, the AI is pretty sweet of him actually in space. But yeah, I'm happy with that. And I think these battle droid pictures are cool too. The sort of individual ones. Yeah, I'm not too disappointed with those 2 packs. Now this is the fun one though. Let's crack this open. Last week I said I love the Tantive 4 picture. I didn't realise that was in this pack, and then to open this, I'm definitely going to play Diplo. I need to build a Diplo deck. That is so cool. Chewie, I think this is brilliant. I've never seen this one before. Obviously from... He's on the snow planet. He's got his arms been hit. I'm trying to think what scene this would be from, because my first thoughts are episode 7 when they're on Starkiller base because of the snow, but they do something in the snow in Solo as well, don't they? I think when they're trying to rob the train. Is that when he gets hit? That's why he needs a bandage. That's what I love about Star Wars. I like see these pictures that the PC make, or just the cards, and I think I need to watch this film again now to find that scene. So that'll be this weekend's entertainment. I think I'm going to watch Solo because I actually thought that was quite a decent film. So I'm dead chuffed about that. Chewbacca, a B2 battle droid. So I've never seen this either. That's really smart from Geonosis. Invasion's another deck I want to try. So many things I want to do. That's cool. Full on with concussion rifle V. Whoever did this you're a genius. I think this and Tantive 4 look amazing. To be honest, I think if you get an AI pack, anything you open, I'm going to be super happy with, because it's an image that we've never seen before, or it's not in regular play. So very happy with that pack. Yeah, especially the Tantive. That is absolutely amazing. I did download Blender. I tried to have a go at making some 3D model stuff a while ago. I was trying to make a lightsaber, and I was failing epically. Plus, my computer, it was so slow, it kept crashing like every 5 minutes. So I'm guessing that's how they do this. And if so, credit to you. My hat's off to you that you do make stuff like this. Graphics team, thank you so much. And yeah, another pack open that I'm very excited to have done. Alright, so just come into the lobby and we got one of these Open 2 Series 1. We got Stubbly versus Thrawn that's just started, and I think this might be an interesting game. We got No Idea versus Sick for Flip. It would have been cool if it was on the verge of greatness, because obviously they blew up the Scarif sites. So yeah, that would have been wicked, but very standard start. So a million voices crying out. Twice per game, you can take Commence Prime Ignition into hand from Lost Pile or Reserved Out, which is brilliant. And then if Alderaa's blown away, you retrieve 3 force whenever you deploy a unique Star Destroyer. It's pretty strong considering you get to blow up Alderaan. I think turn 3 is like the earliest you can. This was my favourite image from set 17. I think this is brilliant. The Death Star shooting Jeddah. This also is the reason why Sigfa now flips, really, because attempts to blow away Alderaan at +5. If it's blown away, you add a light side icon to the Death Star system, so it turns it into a battleground, and opponents' battle destinies are -1. That's universal, which was something that caught me out before, where it doesn't matter where they are, -1. And then once per game, you can take the Super Laser into hand. And then just block standard quad drive yards, Polite Systems, and your Imperial class Star Destroyers draw Destiny if unable to otherwise, and their immune attrition less than 4, which is, powerful. So we pulled the Super Laser. This was a mistake I made, stupidly, in an OCS match as well, never playing Sigfa. But the Super Laser, I forgot to pull it to start with on my first turn. So I just pulled it at the end of my first turn. And it's this part. It says, deploy it on Death Star. I mean, not target pass. Confirmation. Do you know what? I think I actually played the wrong Super Laser in my my build now that I'm looking at that, because the other Super Laser, I'm pretty sure it says you can only deploy it on the Death Star when it's at parsec 0. And I'd already moved it to 1, and then I had to go back, and then the next turn, like turn 3, I was deploying the Super Laser instead of blowing up Alderaan. So yeah, it didn't go well for me at all. Connor's got an interesting start here. So obviously, Insurrection, Mixed Lords Rebels, forfeit +2, which is strong. Block docking bays, very standard 10 men. Your spies deploy -1 to Scarif, and if you draw a spy in battle, for Destiny, so it could be anything, you can retrieve a force. And then here we see Rebellion's Built on Hope, Force Generation +1 at docking bays. And once per game, you can take Dantooine, Mon Calamari, Yavin Force System, or the Profundity into hand. So no system on the deck. Let's see. Inspection hidden. Demonstration pulls the Super Laser. Okay, so he took Mon Calamari into his hand. Thrawn just saying he's playing the I can't shake him V, and it should have been the non V, which makes me think tractor beams are in the deck. Stubbly, him going hard turn 1. He just dropped down Melshi. Melshi lets you get a trooper, and then Taidu. I just set up on the beach, so he's going to drain for 2. Plus 3/+1. Combat Vertical Scouts and Spies are each power +1 here, so they're pretty solid. And also your objective says, oh, it's on the flip side. Okay, never mind that for now. These guys are playing fast here, fast and loose. Okay, so Thrawn uses his objective. You can pull out the Death Star Tractor, Death Star Reactor Terminal. This is a great card. Once during your turn, you can peek at top X cards of Force Pile, take 1 into hand, or you can download or deploy from Lost Pile a device, except Restraining Bolt or Tractor Beam. So we see him get the Deflector Generator Shield, or Deflector Shield Generator, Starships, Power, and Arm +2, enemy nutrition less than 5. I mean, that's strong just on its own, but you can cancel combined attack, power pivot if targeting this ship, which is great. Can't have its power reduced to 0, and starfighters may not attach, so it's like sticking the V's up to landing claw, basically. So Stubbly, let's see. Drains for 2. He loses lateral damage, Imperial Artillery, and then a Gravity Shadow for the Stardust Ping. Wow, okay, he's going for it, I guess. He did activate 19-4, so you get Shirk to the Death Star War Room, and then we get Baze and Cassian Andor to the docking bay. Attempts to deploy docking bay, there's not one in there. I'm guessing this is where he's going to put out I don't know whether you put a starship out just yet. No idea. It's a deck I've played against it a billion times and always struggle. But I've never actually played with it. Stubbly obviously having a good look at what's in his reserve deck, trying to decide, do you use your objective and deploy a starship? I doubt it. Unless he's got something substantial in his hand, but I mean, both activating 17. Thrawn, turn 2, he's obviously going to move to Alderaan. So yeah, turn 3, hopefully you blow it up. Because that was my other problem. By the time I got to shoot at Alderaan, it was like turn 6 when I played it, and then I whiffed on the Destiny draw and didn't blow it up anyway. That happened twice. And yeah, by that point, Jared had set up like Mace on Naboo, and what else did he play? Oh, the Falcon with Solo and Rey at Camino. So I was just getting drained for like 4 every turn, which was just not good. But yeah, I think this sick for flip deck. You, as a light side player, if you're not playing space, you definitely need 2 battleground locations in your deck. Because you can set up on your 2 and then go to the Death Star for a third, pull ultimatum, and cap their force drains. Because we just have a look. When this flips, your force drains are battleground systems where you have a Star Destroyer are +2, +1 if victory. So obviously playing this. So basically, if he's got puts a Star Destroyer at the Death Star, it can be any, random Star Destroyer, because unless you've got like the Tantive or Rogue One or something, you can't obviously get there because it's not a battleground. But then turn 3, they shoot Alderaan. You lose 3 force for the system being blown up. The Death Star then turns into a battleground, and with a Star Destroyer there, a victory class, no, Imperial class, adding 2 to it's a drain of 3 straight away. So that's like 6 force on turn 1, turn 3, and he's only had to spend 3 force to do that. If he's at obviously other systems, more force draining. I did see someone have the new, I forget what it's called now. The new Star Destroyer. Oh, interesting. That equalizes the icons. So it added 3 to the light side, or it added 2 once it was a background. And then, because it's a Star Destroyer, obviously another drain, so it's like a drain of 4. If it's the right kind of Star Destroyer, it could be like 6. So, that's tough too. So I like this. Stubbly's objective: remain of game. Yeah, I've thought about doing this as well. You would use your objective. You can deploy R2 and Red 5, or Red 5V is really strong, to the docking bay. Obviously, you need to find Luke, and then slap Luke on it and just take off. And then we've got Wedge over here on sand. Wedge not really going to do much in this deck, or against this deck about it. He only adds when against a independent starship. Okay, so here we go. Turn 3, he's going to shoot 4, 9. I don't think that's going to do it because he occupies. Oh no, success. There you go. Okay. Lose one Calamari from hand. Ezra Bridges and Han Chewy Falcon. That's a bit disappointing, but there we go. And then there's Ultimatum at 3 locations. So Stubbly, at this point, is obviously in a good position. He's at 3 battlegrounds, capping Thrawn's drains to 2. He's also in space, so he's not paying to drain, and he's looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 8 with the ping. Yeah, so his Star Destroyer can't get to Coruscant. Okay, Blizzard 4 comes down. Vader with lightsaber, interesting. We get a Vengeance. He's going to pay 3 and retrieve 3. He's only got 3 force left. He needs to save 1 to keep Blizzard 4 on the table. Thorn says, oops. Guessing he miscounted. Another thing that's cool with the... oh, well, that was silly. Now he's... unless he's got a Dark Time in his hand. Also... okay, the reverting. So, Blizzard 4, I'm guessing no Vengeance. What I was going to say, the objective's cool as well because your Star Destroyers deploy -2 or -1 of their victory to the Death Star system. So you could put the Vengeance here for 5, which is possibly what he wanted to do. And then move in front of Luke. Also, he's got Commence Primary Ignition on the top, and then he had the Gravity Shadow. It's kind of like wrong order of things, but he could have used this. Because twice per game you can take Commence Primary Ignition to hand from Lost Pile or Reserve deck. So he could have taken Commence Primary Ignition into hand, and then he would have retrieved Gravity Shadow, Imperial Artillery, and the lateral damage. This thing with Star Wars, it's such a complicated game, and there are... okay, he's reverting again. And there are so many things to think about. There you go, he's doing what I said. But yeah, there's so many things to think about. You know, I was listening to it was Bad Deck Breakdowns. Although I think Kendall's calling it Corin on the Horn. He's interviewing Star Wars players, which is great. I definitely recommend checking his podcast out. It's brilliant. But yeah, he I think it was with Matt Spurlin. They were talking about chess a little bit, and I was thinking about it after that. I've played chess when I was younger, and I was rubbish at that as well. But you know, people say chess is like one of the hardest sort of strategy games you can play. I think Star Wars, it's equal to, at least, if not harder. You know, you've got 60 cards in your deck that you're essentially trying to memorize that can be played in any order whatsoever. Thankfully, we do have structure, thanks to things like objectives and, you know, game plans. But then you've got to think, okay, well, my opponent, you know, you ideally want to know what his 60 cards are. At least in chess, you can see what your opponent's doing. But with this, it's like, okay, he's playing Sick for Flip. I wouldn't have expected Vader with Saber. I would have expected, you know, the Enforcer, because he's just the balls, and you want to hold a location. This guy's not going to hold nothing. So, you know, there's like something, okay, that's a bit different. There you go. That was... sorry, I'm sort of talking and watching this game, but that was the one I was talking about, the Steadfast. While alone at Battleground, adds 4 force icons to equalize them for both sides. And obviously it's a Star Destroyer, so... yeah, where you have a Star Destroyer is +2, so it becomes a drain of 5. Let's see. So he did what I said. He took Commence from Ignition, retrieved through Force, and then Vader got out, moved over, and then paid 1 for that. They drain it 2 at Scarif, he lost a Gick, and then the Steadfast. At the War Room, he lost Mara Jade with Lightsaber, a Stunning Leader. Stubble used Luke Skywalker V, and retrieved Luke Skywalker V, and the Stardust Ping got Conquest. Conquest is cool. I mean, it deploys for, well, 6, I guess, to the Death Star. But during battle, you can lose a force to cancel a non-immune to sense interrupt, so leaderships, basically. Okay, nice play by Stubbley here. He's playing... Oh no, get him confused. Never mind. Life counts, we got 21, 26 in life, 5 in hand for Stubbley, and we got 23, 9 in hand for Thrawn. So 32, 21, 26. Okay, so Thrawn is ahead by 1 card currently, but he's only doing 2 damage, whereas Stubbley's doing 3. Don't see him back. Oh, okay, he is battling. He needs to draw a 5. He's going to take Wedge off Sand. Okay. Rogue One's in the lost pile. I mean, if Thrawn draws a 5 here, Stubbley's going to be in a bit of trouble. Thrawn's thinking what to do. Okay, so yeah, Thrawn played base. Yeah, never mind. I'm trying to think here. So Stubbley's taken a card off Sand. So Battle Destinies can't be, only 1 each, and they can't be modified. Which makes you think a Stubbley tracked a 5, and Thrawn won't be able to play a Dark Time to subtract 1. Could play Close Call though. Stubbley's asking if it's possible to speed this up. I'm guessing he's in a rush. Thrawn is 10 minutes down on time. He's at 33 minutes. Stubbley's at 44. So, yeah, Thrawn's definitely playing a lot slower. Okay, so Stubbley's going to spin a 6, which is going to get grabbed. Nothing you can do against the spin, so bye-bye Vengeance. Vengeance draws a 4. He's going to win the battle, so there's going to be 1 ping damage at least, because of Vengeance. I feel like Stubbley was very lucky there, though. If he'd have drawn a 5, this is only immune to 5. When Luke's piloting it. And unless he's got maybe barrier in hand, I guess. I'm thinking, Gold Leader over here would have just been hung out to dry. Gold Leader as well, just one thing, you can't react to here, and you got to use one force to draw cards for Battle Destiny. If you have no force left, Quat Drive Yards still works to give you Battle Destiny because it's an unless. Star Destroyers. Imperial class Star Destroyers draw one Battle Destiny if not able to otherwise. So you're not able to because you can't pay the force, so you get to draw Destiny. That's happened to me in the past before as well. So you learn these things by making mistakes, and you think, oh, okay, I'll remember that for next time. But it's until it happens to you, you don't really think of some of these things. I think Stubbly's getting impatient. He's battling into Vader and Blizzard 8. Draws a 3 for Battle Destiny. Yeah. So he placed Ezra out of play to stop Vader swinging his lightsaber at Cassian, and then he used Cassian's text and placed Rey out of play to cancel the Battle Destiny. So he didn't lose anyone, and Thrawn lost Blizzard 4. So again, Thrawn's just going to do 2 battle damage next turn. If Stubbly doesn't move R2... Oh, interesting, okay. I was thinking he might have had a barrier in hand, but instead he just lands Gold Leader here. Of course, Gold Leader hasn't got the hyperspeed to travel to Coruscant. Luke could have gone from Coruscant to Scarif, though. And then he's just going to stock up his hand. So Thrawn is going to play TIE Sentry Ship, which is essentially the Jedi Lev for starships. Use 3 force to retrieve a starship into hand. Gets the Steadfast. It's going to drain for 3, but it's capped at 2 at Jeddah. Okay, so the Steadfast is pretty cool because it's going to deploy for 5 to the Death Star. It does need a pilot on it though because it's a Resurgent class. It's one of the new First Order Star Destroyers, so it's only got an ability of 2. It doesn't get the Destiny draw from Drive Yards. It doesn't mean attrition less than 4, which is pretty cool though, but he's obviously going to deploy one of the shield generators using the... Yeah, there you go, there's a barrier. Two generators from Lost Pile. So So what is quite cool with this Sickford deck is it gets a lot of stuff back out of the lost pile. Let's say, you've got Commence Prime Ignition, you can pull your devices, and you get to retrieve 3 force every time you deploy a Star Destroyer. So it's not too bad. It just I don't know what would have been better, to deploy the Steadfast to the Death Star and saved 2 force. It would have got barriered, which obviously is not great, so it couldn't have moved, I guess. If it doesn't barrier, pay 1 to move, you save yourself our force at least. If it does, next turn you're looking at so it's only a drain of 2. There's an ultimatum. Yeah, I don't see Thrawn really coming back from this. He's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 Stardust, 5, 6. And we see him lose Commence Prime Ignition, Stunning Leader. Interesting, Thrawn hasn't pulled a single shield. I might not get to see the end of this game. I can hear life stirring upstairs. It's early this morning, so we'll see what happens. But I think Stubley's got this in hand. He's got 15 cards in Life Force, 12 in hand. Thrawn has got 24 in Life Force, 8 in hand. So he's, 15, 27 to 32. So Thrawn's 5 cards ahead, but he's going to lose Vader here, which means he's going to have to pay 3 to drain for 2. And then Stubley can just move Shira out. I'm guessing he's probably got more characters in his hand. Okay, so he loses Coarse, Rough and Irritating, the drain at the Death Star, and a bright center to the universe. Okay, so that's why he's playing Coruscant. Bright Center is the planet that's first from. Deploy on Death Star system or Coruscant system. Target another system. At locations related to target system, opponent's force drain modifiers are cancelled. Effect cancelled if opponent controls the site, mean to alter. So, force drain bonuses. So you lightsaber bonuses, I guess. The only problem with that is you've got to target the system, and he's not really playing any systems that are, he's not playing, he hasn't deployed at least, Jakku, Tatooine, Naboo, Yavin 4. It's kind of, yeah, he could target Scarif and this would drop to a drain of 1, but I just don't see that being worth it, really. Anyway, so he lost Close, and then he lost I Can't Shake Him. Luke Skywalker retrieved Hera. The Stardust Ping, he lost the Binder. So he's losing all his Star Destroyers, basically. Oh, and then concedes. So Wedge went to space. Menace Phase comes out. This is now only a drain of 1. Luke could just move to Null Hutter. This would only be a drain of... And this would be a drain of 2 because it equalizes. But yeah. Where does he go from here? There isn't really an option. So, well played, Stubley. And that concludes this episode. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I want to get good at doing some reviews because a goal of mine this year would be to try and see if I can join the streaming team. I'd love to be able to help out with that. So any criticisms, things I need to work on, what do I need to do to be a better stream host, game reviewer, please let me know. And until next time, thanks for watching. May the force be with you.